In games like Path of Exile 2, I have often found that the phrase, comparison is the thief of joy, holds very true. Games that are multiplayer are by nature competitive, even if that competition is not outright. True, PoE 2 is not a traditional MOBA or MMO, but the comparison between what you can do with your characters versus what others can do can be quite the stark contrast. If you don't know anything about Path of Exile 2, you might ask how this difference occurs. Aren't you basically playing a single-player game that allows trading? What's the big deal? Basically, good items are sold on the marketplace or auction house, and these items can drastically boost a character's power. They are sold for currency items, and good builds can cost a lot of currency. Currency items are drops with different rarities that are basically crafting materials. Itemization is the core aspect of powering up your character. Items that cost a lot usually have some price set by a person on what they are willing to part with that item for. Now, some currency items are more rare than others, with the cost of good builds commonly known in the community as being measured in something called divine orbs, which are one of the more late-game dropping currencies. If a build guide says something like, "This is a cheap build, maybe under 20 div," it's fair to assume that this is a doable build that anyone should, with even some bad luck, be able to pull off. So is this a bad thing? Well, no, not on face value. The issue is what lies within us. Picture this. You're scrolling YouTube Shorts or on X, and you see a video of someone absolutely blasting maps, killing bosses in under a second, and you think, wait a second, I had to play this whole boss fight. I had to learn its mechanics and everything. This guy isn't even playing the same game as me. And you're right, he's not. Your knee-jerk reaction is correct. But this is where I want to steer you, and what I wish I would have had the humility to understand in the past, towards. No, you won't be able to do this overnight. The game rewards reading. This game rewards creativity. And yes, time. Most things in life that are rewarding have a time cost. However, I want to stress that you can learn and get there. Now, build guides are great. I use them. Guides exist because of the complexity of the game. If you want to turn your brain off and just use a guide, it's there for you. But I like to use guides differently. I like to learn from them. Take for instance the gameplay of my Ice Nova Chronomancer. This character is directly from a build guide. I wanted to follow one that used the top part of the talent tree. I'm very unfamiliar with it, and the different strategies in gearing a character that starts in this area. Following the guide and learning what gems to use, what gear to look for, was a great learning experience. And maybe for my next character that starts in this area, I won't need to have the guide open on another monitor. Okay, so back to comparison being the thief of joy. How does that relate to myself? Well, I remember seeing what some people were doing last league, 0.4, looking at the cost of those builds and how inflated the market was, and just throwing my hands up going, well, I'll never be able to get there. And that's where I was wrong. I could have instead taken the opportunity to learn why those builds were good, what to look for in items and gems, etc., and maybe even learn more about the passive tree. Some follow-up points for those of us playing catch-up, as it were. I'm linking the video of someone doing a zero to mirror guide in it. He shows how easy it is to come into a league later in the game than others and still profit. This is invaluable knowledge. I want you to know what I wish I knew more of, and that's recognizing what items are good or items that can be crafted into items that are good. Being able to recognize spicy drops can turn an average player into a savvy player. Loot filters help with that, but aren't the whole picture. Crafting in this game can turn a bare-bones currency tab into a Scrooge McDuck bank vault. Now, I'm not a good crafter, but after I check off the bucket list of things I want to accomplish this league, that's where I'm going to be spending my time. Remember when I said this game is like an onion in my last video? There's always another layer. So don't give up if you can't kill a boss in under 2 seconds. Keep learning, keep trying. Don't let the insane builds you see ruin your day because they are expensive. Look at them for inspiration. The fact that those builds are possible should encourage you to learn more about the game and enjoy your time in it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.